Hi everyone, it's Raina. So this video is part 2 of my new moon in Libra video. I did the first part as the astrology portion. I did not mean to end that video, but I was forced to in order to avoid a disruption. So it's another night and I'm doing the oracle cards, and I'm going to show you the back and the front of each card. This is the back of the energy oracle deck, and I just picked, I shuffled, but I just picked the card from the top. Oh, Angel of Love. Well, isn't that apropos? I don't think I've ever gotten that card when I've done readings, so that's pretty cool. And I wasn't even planning to pick a card at that point. I just wanted to show you the back, but I'm going to use that one. And then this is the, whatchamacallit, Morgan Greer deck. Just cut the cards. Okay. Somebody wrote to me today and said, how come you only like picked one card on camera, and you did, talking about one of the readings, and the rest of them, they were off camera and all this stuff. And it's like, it's not about the cards. It really isn't. If you're dependent, I was watching Doreen Virtue talk about why she stopped doing her oracle, or tarot and oracle card readings, and I guess she didn't, I don't know how much tarot she did. She did oracle cards. She made it oracle cards, so it's not like she just did them. And she was saying, I think she mentioned something about some dependency. I might do a video on that. And you shouldn't be dependent on external objects. Cards are external objects. I hate to break it to people. And some people get so caught up in, well, did you pick this one? It doesn't matter what I picked. And I don't, and I'm a person of integrity. I would never pretend that I was picking something that I had already planned out. This is the, what is it called? Oracle of the Mermaids deck. I call this the Scarlett Johansson. Tell me this is not modeled after Scarlett Johansson. Come on now. Oracle of the Mermaids. So this one is a love one, and because of, in honor of Libra, I'm going to pick one here, and this is the one I got. And what else? And then the Earth Magic. For some reason, I still feel it's like kind of an earthy vibe, even though I don't know why I feel that way. I'm just going to shuffle very crudely, my version of shuffling, and pick the top card. Okay, and then I'm just going to, I'll read from the booklet and I'll say a few things myself. Ugh. You know what? I have to do that one over because there was a card at the bottom that was stuck. Oh, crap. I bent one of my cards. That sucks. I know that I'm being legalistic here, but I want to have all the cards when I'm picking them. Okay. All right. So let's start with the Energy Oracle deck. And the first card I got was Angel of Love, very apropos. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you are looking for a new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. And the affirmation is, I love and value myself without limitation or condition. Tender, loving treatment comes to me in wonderful and unexpected ways. You know, sometimes there are people that place undue importance on partnership. And I think that this particular message that I just read kind of touches upon that, about, you know, instead of directing it inward first, the person's always searching outward for it. And it's one of those sad paradoxes that the more that you look outward for what can only be manifested from within and then radiated outward, that what happens is that it's almost like a form of self-centeredness, where you become very fixated on the idea of receiving love, but giving love is only done to get. You're not loving from a pure place. You're loving from desperation. And the desperation is, I need love, I need love. I'm hungry for love. Even if somebody shows up who offers love, then it becomes this commodity that you have to protect. Where are you going? What are you doing? You know, why don't you take me with you everywhere? Clinginess, suspicion, jealousy. These kind of things kill relationships. So, again, it's an inside job. Happiness, love. When you love yourself, you don't even need anyone to love you, because you're love. And yet, getting there is a process. It's not easy. It's until you can really understand what that means and feel it within yourself, it will seem like just some kind of cliche or some kind of a way that people try to dismiss other people's emotional needs. And emotional needs are real, but they are kind of like misplaced. I read somewhere where they say, you know, if you didn't feel that you were loved by your parents and you try to get it in a relationship as an adult, it will never work, because you needed it then. You needed that relationship and that acceptance then. Anything else is going to be a pale imitation, and it's not going to heal the wounds of the past. It might help you now to some extent, but it's not going to fully make a difference. And one of the best ways to kill a relationship is to be too needy. And yet it is hard to not be needy when you feel that way. I think one of the best ways to approach it is, number one, give to others, and be what you want others to give to you, be to them. But not doing it because you're hoping to get from them. Just doing it in a very lovingly sacrificial way. And also to become self-actualized, to do what you came here to do, whatever that is. And the more that you can embrace that destiny of yours, the less you will seek refuge in a relationship as being the center of your source of identity. So the next card I picked is the Queen of Pentacles. And this obviously is from the tarot deck. This is from Morgan Greer tarot deck. Does this woman look lonely to you? When I see her, she looks kind of solitary, and she's got her bling. She's got a nice little ring on. And she's got her, you know, it's funny, they have red and gold here. Red is the first chakra. I don't know if that's why they did it in this particular deck. But red is the chakra of survival, and gold is, you know, the yellow, the third chakra of power and of, you could say, wealth. You know, it's funny that the third chakra corresponds to power because it's gold, and gold is associated with money. And this is a queen, so we're talking about a feminine energy, along with pentacles, which are associated with earth signs. So, you know, when I think of, if you want to talk about mothers, you know, queens can be mothers. And this is the Earth Mother, kind of like the Empress, but minor arcana version. And this queen is really down to earth, in touch with nature. And, you know, really enjoying her creature comforts and maybe gardening and doing things that connect her to nature, connect her to life. Maybe a stay-at-home mother. And when we talk about Libra and the new moon in Libra, a lot of people will automatically think of romantic relationships because Libra rules the 7th house, which is committed partnerships. And the obvious association is with marriage and the equivalent type of romantic relationship. But you know what? It's any one-on-one relationship, including with your child. And this sense of authenticity that I associate with the Queen of Pentacles is really, to me, it's like a stripped-down version of what it means to be a mother. And it doesn't have to be a mother to a human baby. It could be a mother to a fur baby, or you could be you could have a great green thumb. And whatever it is that you nurture in your life, that's what I associate with the Queen of Pentacles. And I would even add self-love to this. So kind of piggybacking on that first card, with the Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who does feel a sense of being empowered as the kind of the person who runs the home. And if you're the kind of person who maybe you don't even have that kind of connection with nature or with your home, and when home, it could mean apartment, it could be like a studio apartment, but that sense of like, that's what the feminine principle is, nesting and things like that. So don't just assume that when we're talking about the new moon in Libra, maybe in your chart, this new moon is falling in your home sector, the 4th house. Maybe it's time to really honor your house by making it as comfortable as possible. Especially if you're the type of person who you don't care about that kind of stuff. You might find that you enjoy it more than you think. And some people, I think, are kind of Spartan. I'm talking about you, Capricorn, that think that, oh, that's just being frivolous. I'm going to have a home that is very minimalist. Would it be minimalistic? And yeah, clean lines are beautiful, but have you ever walked into somebody's living space and it's just like really stark and it doesn't feel comfortable at all? It feels cold. The Queen of Pentacles is a very, it could be a very well lived in place, but it has a sense of comfort. It has a sense of that's, to me, that's a form of self-care and self-love, is honoring your need for comfort, which is not the same as luxury. So we're looking at it from the domestic point of view. And then the third card is, this is from that, oh, I can't remember the name because I hardly use these. I think it was called, what was it called? The Dolphin Oracle Mermaid. It says guide, a guide, mentor, and trustworthy ally. It doesn't, a half-naked woman is a trustworthy ally? Okay, if you say so. What number is this? What number? 38. Okay. 38. When working with spirit guides, we have noticed this is the mermaids talking. When working with spirit guides, we've noticed you are often encouraged by your spiritual teachers to hand over your trust and your guidance systems to these invisible, quote, gurus. In some cases, this can be worthwhile. In others, the very best guides are those who create strength within you and who never seek to overtake your own willpower and your own mindset. We are encouraging you to ask questions, observe, and to examine the suggestions and insights they offer. There are quality guides, and there are ones who may not be a good frequency match for you. And we mermaids have seen too often people become overwhelmed and drowned by their capacity to give their complete trust away. Even we must sometimes check in and discuss with others, for we so often trust more willingly than is wise. Know that your guide may not be in agreement with you, that truly, like the ocean and her strength and tides and currents and rips and waves, she or he may challenge you greatly. But it is often through these challenges that you are taught. Simply be sure that they are not feeding off your energy or overwhelming your own energy field and your own mental, emotional, and spiritual independence. Check in with how you feel after each message or session with a guide. And when in doubt, take time out. We will help you if you wish by leading one to you via water, via your emotions. And speaking of water, always acknowledge your emotional response. When they come, and once there is trust, they can guide you to us, to Lemuria. Oh, wow. That makes me perk up. To Atlantis, to beautiful Wise, and to many other water worlds. I don't know what Wise mean. This is the magic of guidance. And then the divination message is, this card appearance in a reading for you heralds the arrival of one you can trust. A spirit guide wishes to make healing contact with you. They are extremely loving, helpful, and they have personality. They are like cool, clear water. Unconditionally loving, warm, and very helpful in matters of adaptation and improvement of your human experience. They relate to you. Be ready for your psychic abilities to be similarly challenged, and you may find yourself discarding baggage in the form of belief systems that are overly complicated and power-oriented. You will find all the stimulation you need in simplicity, and yet you will be more awake than ever intellectually. You are more grounded, enriched, and truly yourself than ever before. As you develop your relationship with your guide, be aware that others may find it strange. Always check in. Your guide may be with you for a long time, forever, or for a short time. Never become so absorbed in your guide's reality that you neglect your home. True guides bring us into deeper relationship with the planet, with the oceans, and their beings, and make us wish to live more deeply here. They fully assist and support our connection. They never ask us to leave or encourage us to have those thoughts of departure before our time has been fulfilled. They will bring us to the now strongly and assist us in knowing the past with less and less attachment. They are profoundly healing and awaken our energy to an extremely vital level till we feel we are overflowing with love. And I was just, while I was reading that, I was thinking about this idea of working with them. So that would be a one-on-one partnership too, which Libra can represent. I don't know how you go about that, if they just come to you spontaneously, or you can do some spiritual exercises to get there. If you've had any experience with spirit guides, please share them below if you feel called to do so, because I'm interested in the topic. The last card is from the Earth Magic deck, and this is Ceremony Invocation. And yes, I mean, at the time of new moons and full moons, for instance, there are people who routinely do rituals that, you know, can be like a type of prayer, or maybe lighting candles or something like that. That's what I'm referring to. Let's see what the booklet says about ceremony. It is in sacred ceremony that we have one of the greatest opportunities to experience communion with Source. One where the perceived dualities of both heaven and earth merge into an experience of the divine. Through the use of sacred pieces that have become imbued with spiritual significance, we bring forth ceremony catalyzed by clear intention and preparation. Sacred ceremony is prayer in action. In this image, a woman kneels before an altar where a number of crystals are placed, light emanating from her hands. We see incense burning, snake spirit rests nearby, and various ethereal beings appear in a wispy shroud of light around her head. All the while, the tapestry upon which she sits appears to be on fire, symbolizing the fiery passion brought on by the intense focus of spirit that has been invoked for this ceremony. Calling spirit forth in this way facilitates a direct and heartfelt sense of relatedness to Source. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power that is contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit, but also material objects you consider sacred. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representations of the four major elements: air, earth, fire, and water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intention for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honoring a particular earth season or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe their presence and ask these divine beings to guide you throughout the process. Trust their guidance. Feel your heartbeat and keep breathing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. I wonder if anybody took from that, because I had just talked about, I had gotten that card guide right before that, and I was asking, how do you make contact with your spirit guides? And that card pretty much answered the question, didn't it? So there's that synchronicity for you. Okay, you guys, well, I haven't done one of these oracle readings for a new moon in a long time, and I just felt like it. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and wishing you many blessings on the new moon in Libra. Take care. Bye.